Hello, my sweet Tina. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Um, I totally understood your message. Please quit paying me. You gave me so many beautiful gifts when I first started this, crystals, and I got to move my owl in here. I left him in my other workspace, but I never go there anymore. Anyway, the owl that stuffed owl that you made, and those beautiful necklaces, and all those beautiful things you made. Don't send me money. And if you start panicking between now and the middle of January, get a hold of me. I can't promise I'll be available right at that second, but I will try to get back to you. And don't send money. Got it? Got it, my friend. So of course it never fails. His calling card when he comes through is to have his Julius Caesar outfit on and flip up the ass end of it and fart on me. Almost, I think he's done it every time. That's like, I'm here. Here I am. He says you need to calm down. You need to calm down. God damn it, you need to calm down. Calm down. He is saying that the only mistakes that they made were not life-threatening. That it didn't have anything to do with him leaving. He was still going to leave. So, and he's saying two mistakes. One of them, the breathing tube or hooking it to something or something. But he said that wasn't what caused him to pass. He said, it was my time. It was my time. And even if the doctors messed up, it's not going to change it now. He says you're worrying over spilled milk. You've got so much more to take care of, like you, my beautiful girlfriend. It's calling you girlfriend. Ooh. That's kind of the sexy part of the relationship at the beginning. He says, I want you to take care of you. He says, you have enough assholes in your life that have fucked you over, and I don't want to contribute to that. I don't want to make it worse. I want to make it better. He says you're still blocking him out. That you I explain. You being angry and pissed off is blocking him out. Okay, so I know what he's talking about. I always tell people, like when somebody first leaves, it's hard for you to get signs and stuff. And we're not just talking about signs being blocked out. It's more than that. But I always tell people it's hard for you to get your signs sometimes because the grief is so strong. It's like a wall. It like builds a wall around you. And it's hard for them to penetrate that, to get to where you can feel. Keep belching today. I don't know what the heck. Where you can feel them and hear them and all that. And when the grief starts to subside, so he says your anger needs to subside. You gotta let it go. You gotta let them go. Them. He says you're a worry wart and he's ruffling your hair. So you should feel that, Tina. You should feel him, especially in the next few days. You should feel him ruffling. It might just be like when a fly lands on my spiky stuff, I can still feel it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. He's calling you a knothead, and he's tapping on your head like "Funk, funk, funk." So if you kind of get a headache in one spot or you feel something kind of thumping you in one spot, that's him. He says, I want you to be happy, my love. I know, I hear you. You say you can't be happy without me, but you can. You can if you allow me to be a part of your life in this way. It's a different way. It's this way. It's kind of like Bob and I have a relationship. He's on the other side. It's just a different relationship. It's one without his body. But he's still the same Bob. He's still the same energy, and he still comes in and helps, and he's still here, and he still lets me know that I feel him. It's not what we want, but it's the way we're going to get it. You have to learn how to talk to him and watch for his signs in whatever you get back, or I don't want to say, you're going to have to trust it. You're going to have to trust it more than you do. He says you think that he deserted you, and he's totally deserted you, and you know better. You know enough witchy stuff. You know that's not true, but you're still pissed off because he left. I totally understand that. I understand that. But you've got to start moving and making a new relationship with him. You've got to start working on your energy, he says. He says you need to work on your physical body too. Not, oh, he's being kind of sexy. Not that there's anything wrong with the way your physical body is. I always loved it. He's talking about your energetic body, your energy. He says, go find a good Reiki master, lay down. I have a new puppy. It's 3.5 pounds. Just turned a year old. It's a little Yorkie. And we call her Crackhead because he was just saying, she's got crackhead energy like your dog. We call her a little crackhead. I try to walk down the hall and she literally spins in circles. Instead of just walking down the hall and getting out of my way, she just goes in circles, just like a little crackhead. He said, you need to quit spinning in circles. I want you to be healthy and happy. And you can have me as the side piece. It's hilarious. I've never heard one of them say that before. Oh, he said to show you my shirt. See, he's missing a leg. Can I turn around far enough? Can't tell. See, it says, bite me. He said, I need to show you my shirt. Just bite me. He says he can't quite get a grip on you. Every time he sends a sign, noise, a smell, or something, He says, you don't act like you realize it. Let him know that you know he's there. You know he's there sometimes. You just you don't want to admit it because you still don't want to admit that he's actually gone and not coming back. He he wants you and him to be on like smooth sailing terms, just smooth. And he goes back to saying, "It ain't gonna happen. She's a crackhead." We're not calling you an official drug addict crackhead. Crackhead like my dog. We You're like me though. We can't sit still. We've got things going on in our head. We're worry warts. I don't think you're a Saggy. It just our wheels turn 100 miles an hour and we can't let go of shit. I've got something right now I'm working on. My Reiki master is the most awesome, connected, woo woo lady I've ever seen or met in my life by far out of everybody that I've watched TV, YouTube, anything. She is the bomb. So connected. And she can lay her hands over me and I can feel it. I can, she's not touching me. I can feel the warmth. She's so connected. She can't, she can't help me. She's trying to help me get over this to let go of this shit that I'm holding on to. And it's not working. I'm still holding on to it. So I understand, even not sure you're trying to. You think if you let go of this, it's what he's saying, that he will leave, that he won't come back, that he won't be there. He says that's okay if you struggle with that. It's okay. But you got to let go pieces at a time. You're not going to ever let go of him. That doesn't happen. It won't happen. It won't be like poof and he'll be gone. So Norm and I picked out a card earlier from my release deck. I know you've seen these. I've done this before. Something you need to release. And so I shuffle until he tells me to stop. And one actually flipped upside down on my hand as I was going through them. This is what Norm chose. Surrender to inner peace. I went, oh shit. See if I can see it in the dark. Kind of dark in here. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So you've got to find that inner peace. He wants that for you. He wants to help you trying to figure out a way so it doesn't glare if you want to stop and read it. Look at her. See how she's flying, floating, free? That's what he wants for you. Because he'll be able to connect with you easier if you do that, for number one. So he wants you to try when you're in these moments. I'm not making fun of you. I sure the hell do it all the time. Take 3 big meditation breaths. In through the nose, hold it out through the mouth. It honestly does help calm. But he also wants you to sit down and hold your hand out. I think we've been through this before. Hold your hand out. I can feel him holding my hand right now. I can feel the pressure, the warmth, you may not feel it the way I do. Trust it when you feel it, Tina. And it'll just feel like there's something sitting in your hand sometimes. If I walk down by the river and ask Bob to hold my hand while we're going, it actually feels like he's holding my hand. But most people, I can get them to feel it like this. You'll feel that energy. He says he's tried desperately in many ways to get through to you, and you're being hard-headed. Imagine that. That must be why we get along, Tina. We're hard-headed. He says love me in a better way. Love me in a healthier way. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. Maybe not such a frustrated way. He said, "Yep." It's been 12 years since Bob, they found Bob in November 12 years ago. And a month before that, it starts working on me. It starts working on me. This happened. This happened. This was leading up to it. This happened. It's getting a little easier every year. It got a little bit easier this year. 12 years. And I wasn't married to him. He's mentioning meditation for you, and then he's kind of like, "Yeah, no, 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 not gonna work. She's not gonna do it. No, 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 I can't do it. I have to have a guided meditation or something because my squirrel brain won't quit long enough for me to lay there for 10 minutes. I can't even do 10 minutes. And I go, I need to be doing the dishes. I need to be doing this. I know how these brains work like that. Some of those, he says, some of those, like even that I have posted about the binaural music or whatever you call it, pick one of those. I need to put some on my healings from the heart page. I need to share some of those to that page. Just laying down and letting the wavelength of that music do whatever that particular thing that I posted said it's going to do. Laying there long enough, at least a few minutes. Some of them are like an hour and a half or so. There's no way I can lay there that long and listen to that. But let it work on you for a few minutes. Do it in spurts. He says, do it in spurts. He goes, she's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He called you a wiggle worm. He says you love your puppy. She's my beautiful crackhead. I love her. And he's laughing. He says, Rhonda, guess what? I couldn't handle her in real life either. She's not going to do what I say now. Let him help you. Mom's in the background. She's wringing her hands. So I don't know if that's from you worrying a lot or she's worried about you. We are not the only ones that love you. There's still people with you that love you. You're, I don't know which one's saying it. One or both is saying you're also blocking the love that they have for you. You're also blocking that out because you've got these things you need to let go of. I'll tell you the easiest way I found to let go of stuff, and I had to do it over and over and over multiple times, multiple ways. When I first started doing this work, and I still try to do it sometimes, it doesn't always work. I've gotten balloons and I write on the balloon what I need to release, what I need to let go of. It's energy work. You know about energy work. And you go release the balloon and you watch it until it leaves. Then there's imagining, visualizing that you write it down and you put it in an envelope and you hand it to an angel and you let the angel take care of it, that energy. Or you visualize putting it in a suitcase and you set the suitcase down and you let the angel come and get it. Set it outside your front door. Let the angel come pick it up and do whatever needs to be done to that energy. But you have to allow them to. My favorite used to be, oh, I keep belching. I used to call it my little minions. My little minions, I go sit by the river and I imagine these little bitty, they weren't really people. I don't know what they were. They were minions, little hundreds of them. And there was little boats in the river. And I watch them run down the hill, jump in these little boats, and they sail away until I watch them sail out of sight. It's energy work. Ew, my stomach just felt better after that. I forgot about that one. But that shit with the hospital in those boats. Can't change it. Can't do anything about it. It doesn't matter. That's what Norm says. It doesn't matter. I was leaving anyway. But they did not do it. I was leaving anyway. Yes, they made 2 mistakes. He's saying again, 2 mistakes, but they weren't life-ending mistakes. So let's start working on, he's pointing at the card. Let's start working on your inner peace. He says, babe, let me help you. So, I don't know, I've posted a few here lately, and I actually haven't listened to all of them other than just the beginning. Go find one that fits your need and go lay down, get a glass of wine if you want to, and go listen. Just lay down and listen. And don't go, Norm, you have to be here with me right now. You go, Norm, I would like you to join me. I would like you to join me and relax. I don't know how to relax. I hate giving you advice to relax because I can't do it. Oh, snap. He says, no, just know in your gut that I love you, know in your gut that I'm still here, know in your gut that I'm not leaving you, and know in your gut that this is the way it's going to be. It just is. The card I got earlier for somebody in another reading was, it is what it is. And now he's going, yes, yes, yes. Something that you heard or thought you, I gotta get ready to go. Something that you thought you heard or saw, or smell something that you heard or saw in the house the other night. Yes, it was me. Yes, yes, yes. Now start trusting me, or I'm going to bop you over the head. He throws his head back and starts laughing. That's what Bob does to me. He'll get a pool noodle and whack me over the head, trying to get me to straighten up. My guides, they just throw their hands up and go, yeah, well, we told her, and she just keeps a doing it. He says very, very, very sincerely, he says, will you please allow me to help guide you? Please. Quit turning your head and saying you don't know that I'm there. He says, face the music. There's going to be something about music. I don't know if you're going to have a radio pop on or about a song on the radio or what is something about music. Now he's singing the Bob Marley song, Three Little Birds. Every little thing's going to be all right. So I'm going to say one more time before I end this. Got to get out here. You have any struggle between now, especially between not like any time, but especially between now and the middle of January, you get a hold of me. I'll do what I can. Oh, I had a list. I had a list of people when I sit here and do my healing stuff. I don't know where my list is at. I haven't done it for a few days. I am so bad. I am so scatterbrained. I'm scatterbrained. There goes, phew, squirrel. I need my list out again. Okay. Maybe I'll get some healing done tonight. You've got to allow the stuff. You have to allow. Even when I go to my Reiki master, like I said, who's the most awesome thing in the world? My grandson was having an operation. She was at home. She says, "Do you see?" And I was flipping out because I could hear my grandson, not physically, but I think they were putting him under the anesthetic. And I could hear him going, "Grandma, I'm scared, please. I'm scared." And I text her and she says, "Do you see me standing there?" And a few feet away from me, I could see her standing there. But you have to allow that stuff. You have to allow it. I forgot where I was going with that story. Oops, squirrel. Damn it. I was going somewhere else with that story. Sorry, sorry, sorry. It's all energy, though. That's not where I was going with that. I'm sorry. So, but I have to allow it. But I can go to her and lay down for my Reiki and I fight it. And I will not get near as good effects because I'm fighting it and I don't know why I fight it. So now when I lay down, I go, I'm going to allow the healing. Please help me allow the healing. I'm not going to block the healing. Why would I block it? Pay for it, but I do sometimes. Don't know. I'm going to allow it. I want my guides to help me to allow it, my angels to help me to allow it. So go find some of that. If you want a guided meditation, they're all over YouTube. I like the ones with the certain megahertz, different megahertz. It affects my chakras different anyway. And I go, allow it to help me. Do not let me block it. It wouldn't be wasting my time if I didn't want it and need it. Norm's got his hand on my shoulder. He's standing over here with his left hand on my shoulder. So you should feel that. He says, "Babe, I will be there at Christmas. I promise." In some way, you're going to know he's there. But don't go, "You have to be here." Go, "Please come join me. Please." It's about dog chasing its tail. I don't know if he's talking about you, me, him. Like going in circles, chasing your tail and not getting anywhere. Could be talking about me too. I've kind of been chasing my tail lately. Daddy's going to leave. He bends down and gives me a kiss on top of my ear. Tells me thank you. So you should feel that too at some point. Maybe not this exact instant you're watching it, but at some point you should feel him kiss the top of your ear. Tell me, "You're a good kid, Charlie Brown." Whatever the heck that means. Charlie Brown. He's oh, he said, "Your squirrels need a rest." And then he poked me in the neck. He's talking to me too. "Your squirrels need a rest." I'm gonna go have a glass of wine. I'm gonna slow my squirrels down. He says, "I want to repeat, I did love you. I do love you. I will always love you. I'm always going to be here. I'm not leaving. No matter what you need to release for yourself, I'm not leaving. So let's work this out because I do love you with all my heart, heart, heart." He goes like this, "with all my heart, heart, heart." He's been walking around the bedroom and you should feel him. You should feel his presence, just like kind of walking around the bed or something. Just strolling, not doing anything, just strolling. Okay, with that, he's gonna leave, and I gotta leave. Much love to you, my dear. Don't forget, reach out if you need to. If I need to, I'll squeeze in a quickie for you. But you don't need to pay me. I owe you. Look, my little voodoo, my little voodoo. We we were talking about him yesterday with another woo woo person. Okay, much love to you, my dear Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Much love to you. Much love to you. Much love to you, my friend.